Hey ho, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Back to the Window with Scott and Scott. I am your host, Scott Steen, lead handicapper at WHINERS.
And I'm your co-host, Scott Rachel, senior handicapper over on WHINERS.com.
And we get together every single day, Monday through Friday, put our heads together, have a little fun with you guys, and give out some best plays, talk to you guys in real time, et cetera, et cetera. It's all in an effort to help everybody out there to head back to the window. That is our entire goal. So it's good to be here on a Wednesday. Scott, how'd your Tuesday go?
Overall went well. Ended up cashing a Nerfy, which we'll talk about later.
Oh.
And then I ended up having the Pirates team total over 4.5. And we'll talk about that one a little bit later too, but in a good way. So I had a pretty solid, I'd say, night when it came to sports betting. How was yours?
Not bad. I tried to thread the needle. I told you I was going to tell you what I did with that Dodgers game today, and what I did was played the first 5 under, played the full game over.
Okay, fair enough.
Couldn't quite get there, hit the over, but the Reds pitching Tyler Mahle was just not good, and they put up 6 in the first 5.
I just said I liked Gonsolin minus 1.5. What can possibly go wrong? And it did not go wrong.
Nothing. So yeah, Gonsolin was okay. He went 2 runs, 5 innings. He was fine. He didn't hurt his Cy Young chances any.
That's probably what's going to hurt his Cy Young chances, though, is the fact that he doesn't really go much length in any of his starts. What's he topping out at, like 6 innings?
Yeah, he's not a real length kind of guy. He's a 6 inning guy, but he's getting the wins. If you get voters that like the wins, he's 9-0.
If you get voters who like the wins, but Urias also had 20-plus wins a year or two ago, and he wasn't even a serious threat. But, of course, naturally, when you're pitching less innings, you're going to have less strikeouts. So I'd say, gaudy numbers are not in his favor when it comes to innings pitched and strikeouts.
Yep, absolutely true. Absolutely true. So, yeah, we did okay. We lost that, but hit 3 out of 4 premiums, hit my premium play of the day, and we did hit our farm. So, overall, it was a 4-2 day for me. I'll take that every time. I'm not going to lie to you. So, Super Sly in the house. What's up, Soup? Good to see you, buddy. And I know we've got a few people hanging on here, so we appreciate it, or hanging out, rather. We'd appreciate it if you'd take a minute and smash that like button. Give us the thumbs up. Let us know that you're digging what we're doing. We appreciate the effort. And, of course, get subscribed to both of our YouTube channels, the Winners and Winers YouTube channel, of course, where you have great daily content, including picks from handicappers like the 2 guys you see right here. Scott and I put in picks pretty much every single day when I don't have computer problems. About once every other month, something will go wrong. But other than that, we're putting in plays every single day. So you guys can check those out. We're starting to get plays from our other great handicappers at Winners and Winers. They're doing their own videos. So make sure you check those out as well. 1777 memorabilia in the house. What up, brother? And a lot of great content over there at the Max Wagers Network. Scott, you want to take a shot at it? Fuck, I'm kidding. I don't have time for that. Noon, Sean Higgs, Midday Money. 1 o'clock, our old pal Allie Burns. We did her show last night.
Totally. I actually knew the answers if you actually wanted to test
this
me
time. So the one time in 50 I've quizzed you, this is the time.
I learned through experience, Eventually, if you ask me the same question enough, I'll remember enough to get by.
All right, fair enough. Who's on at 1 o'clock? Who's that?
That's morning.
Okay, morning Wood. Very good. And then 2 o'clock, any ideas?
That's your show with Chris.
Oh God, don't say it that way.
Yeah,
it's Chris's show.
I'm teasing. I know it's Chris's show with you, and then you got our show.
Yeah,
and you have Sakur.
With who? Who's that guy?
That is with Sean. That's with Arizona's former coach Sean Miller.
That's right. Very good. Yes.
And then after that, you have Game Time Decision with the Disney World Brothers.
That's right. The Disney World Brothers and Akron Lenny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very good. Very good job, buddy.
Thank you. It took long enough, right?
Not bad at all. So, yeah, that's it. We got a great deal going on at Caesars, of course. You're looking to load up. This is the chance to do it on the Caesars mobile sports app. If you haven't done it yet, do it now. Damn it. What are you waiting for? Up to $1,500 on your first bet. You win, you win. You lose, Caesars will make you good. Up to $1,500. They'll put that right back in your account for you to use on another bet, hopefully the one that you win. So make sure you check that out. You got to use the code VideoWinners15, VideoWinners15. That is in the show description of today's video, along with the links to all the different states. Of course, you must be 21 to play. Has to have a state where Caesars exist. I don't even know why they make me say that, but yes, don't Don't do it from Utah. You can't do it from Utah. Just don't even try.
You can visit the Tabernacle.
Can you use it? I don't even think a VPN will work, will it?
I'm assuming it does, but once again, if you get caught using one, then they're going to throw your account out the window.
Yeah, we used to do it. We used to do it for when what was the PayPal of the day that used to take all the poker money?
Full Tilt?
No, not this. It wasn't a poker site. It's how you funded it.
MoneyGram?
No, it's like
I used to use MoneyGram for 5 dimes.
Yeah,
if you don't know what MoneyGram is, like you walk into your local CVS, that random red-looking dial-up phone.
Right.
Yeah, you used to have to transfer money there to like Venezuela or like one of these random Latin American countries. You walk up to the counter, you'd say, "Yeah, I'm trying to send money to, I don't know, insert Spanish name here," and you just hand them like $100, and then you have to call the site, like mention the routing number, and that's how you used to fund your account.
It was fun.
Way back in the day.
But anyway, I had a buddy of mine set up a VPN after they stopped doing transactions, which meant Party Poker and Paradise Poker left, which were 2 of the softest sites in the history of fucking poker. I'm sorry.
Party Poker, I heard, was ridiculously soft.
I'm sorry you missed that, buddy.
Yeah.
I really am. So, JC Stone saying, "What's up? I was on the wrong side of history. This guy with the biggest comeback in NBA history. I love history." Oh, wait.
Well, I said I liked the over in that game, and that went over. So that was my WNBA insight for the night.
How could you not?
Kind of had to.
So, very good, my friend. James Mount said he loved 5 times. And if GR Black says I missed 5 times. Oh, they had some great lines, didn't they, Scott?
5 Dimes was the first site that I remember that had the free betting contest, so you could like win some free play.
Right.
But they were also the first book I remember that let you actually either bet on first 5 team totals or parlay first 5 team totals. Now it's commonplace. Used to see it.
Right.
Now you see it like DraftKings, FanDuel, all these other books. But I remember back when I was in college, the only book that had first 5 team totals was 5 Dimes.
That's the dude that's dead, right?
He's either dead or they had massive legal issues and they basically declared bankruptcy and now they're not legal in America.
Right. So, I mean, but I thought, didn't he go missing? Like in Costa Rica, didn't he go missing or something?
He either went missing or somebody kidnapped him or something.
Right.
But you can look up the story. It's pretty crazy, but a lot of money was owed, so to speak. So 5 Dimes kind of went under. But back in the day, it was my favorite book for baseball betting.
JC Jones to the old MoneyGram. Ship your money to Central America.
Yeah. You hand the money to the person at the counter at like CVS or Walgreens, and you just
see. This was
the money got
before.
delivered.
What the fuck was the name of that, man? It wasn't. It was like PayPal, except it was before PayPal.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So frustrating. Okay. Anyway, hey, good to be here. Good to be here on Wednesday, man. We talked about yesterday. We talked about. I think we did all our plug stuff. If you're looking to get my premium plays, I've been staying pretty hot over there. 25, 8-1 over the last week. So make sure you stop by and check out that. If you guys know me, you know I'm streaky. You know we kind of push. We struggle to keep our head above water, and then all of a sudden I go on a week or 10-day run, and we've made money for the next couple 3 months. So we're in the middle of one of those right now. If you're interested in getting my premium plays, I got a link in the description for today. No, not Western Union. God damn it.
Good guess though.
No, it's not.
I respect it.
Okay.
He's thinking outside the box. He's trying his best out here.
All right. Well, it was guessed by more than one person, so I shouldn't poo-poo it. No, it was and as you're talking to me, I'm gonna look because it's gonna make me crazy. It's gonna make me crazy because I used to, cash out and you could load up and cash out using them. So live in California, sports betting is legal in Mexico. Just have setups that connects and you're in. There you go. Not bad. California's good. I don't know if they'll ever get it because of the tribal thing. They can't make the tribes happy.
Well, that's what Florida's dealing with right now.
Yeah, same thing. They kind of tried to strong arm it through.
And they tried to bypass it and it just didn't work out. But
no, not going to work. So Scott, let's find out what happened yesterday, man. Let's got a couple segments we want to talk about. We'll find out the winners, the whiners, the people that took it in the shorts, and the people that took it to the bank. You know who y'all are. You know which category you fall into. But now we're going to share your misery and your joy with the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday. Let's find out. Ooh, we got to pick out that Nokia flip phone and call the cops. Net teller. I just thought of it.
Ah, okay.
Net teller.
I can't say that I've heard of it.
Okay. I think it still exists like in Europe and stuff. If you see it on options, you'll see it sometimes for net teller. We'll still use it. Anyway. Hey, if you had the Red Sox on the run line yesterday, -1.5, you were looking pretty good after 8 innings. They led by 2. It's the Tigers. You know, the Tigers, they can't score shit. Well, they scored just enough. Detroit hit a solo home run, top of the 9th. Wasn't enough to tie it, but it was enough to fuck you if you had the run line. Boston, they win 5-4. They don't cover the 1.5. Call the cops.
Even worse because the Red Sox, of course, won the game anyway. But
Right.
if you had the Yankees team total under 3.5 against the Rays for, I believe, the second straight night, they only had 2 runs entering the top of the 9th, and the Yankees scored 2 meaningless runs in the top of the 9th, lost the game 5-4, but you don't care because you had under 3.5.
Yep. Absolutely true. And that was also correct because I overlaid Yankees team total under 3.5 from the day before with it from today. So, yep, absolutely true. Finally, if you had dim Blue Jays, oh my God, this team just comes up with new ways to fucking disappoint you, doesn't it? Yeah, the Blue Jays on the money line led 4-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Chicago, single, 2 runs. Toronto, as they deserve to for fucking us, they lose in extra innings. That's what we like to see happen. That's what we like to see happen right there. You're not going to cover the run line. You're just going to choke it away. You're not even going to cover the money line. Then I hope you lose.
They did. So you got what you wanted.
Obviously, if they're not covering the money line, they're losing. So
yep, pretty much.
All right, Scott, there was some good news out there. Let's find out who was in Happy Town. The people that had those nice, easy winners. They got to spend Tuesday night the way you should, just kicked back, relaxing in the rocking chair.
So the first one, if you backed my play today, and you had the Pirates team total over 4.5 against the Cubs, you had Swarmer on the mound, so you had nothing to worry about because he sucks. And the Pirates scored 5 runs in the first 3 innings, finished with 7. Yeah, I don't think Swarmer's going to make many more starts in the majors, so you might want to capitalize when you can.
You must act now. This offer is limited for a limited time only.
Are you shocked he's still in the majors? Because his last couple outings, he's not even getting past 3 in the 3rd innings.
I would have to see the Cubs minor league system, but I can't imagine they don't have anybody that can do that. You know,
his ground ball percentage is like 29%.
We talked about
That's not
good. We talked about it on the show yesterday with Chris. His like line drive numbers and
it's crazy.
It's nuts.
He's basically batting practice pitching.
How many that's what Chris called it. How many home runs did he give up last night? Did you have any home runs?
I don't think it was that many, actually. I think he gave up 2.
Okay.
But a lot of solid contact. Like first batter, Cabrian Hayes warning track triple. So it wasn't a home run per se, but in Wrigley it might have been a home run.
Yep. Good point. Hey, if you had the Astros going up against the Mets, good time to be an Astro fan. Last night they led 7-0 after 5 innings. No shenanigans. They end up winning that one 8-2. Congratulations, Houston.
And
we have no problems.
Yeah. And the last one, if you had the Rockies and Marlins over 8, it was interesting because they had 9 runs in the first 4 innings. No runs in the first inning. We'll get back to that later. But the game landed 17.
Yeah.
So you had a bunch of runs in that game, but it was all in the final 8 innings. None of it in the first.
It's all about the timing, my friend. Yep. All about the timing. So we haven't done one of these, and you and I have interest in this. The total in the Giants Braves game last night was 9. Well, Scott, makes a little bit of sense if you saw that blowout the night before, but you got to make you think when they set the line. The way it turned out, the Oddsmakers, perhaps, Scott, just perhaps, they might have been just a little bit drunk. So, yeah, we had a 2-0 game the night before. Not the best pitchers in the world, but 9 seemed pretty high, didn't it?
It did.
It did. And was it high, Scott?
No.
It was not.
It was high for maybe the first 5.
Yeah, it was high for the first 5 because they had...
It actually wasn't even high for the first 5.
No, 13 runs in the first 4 innings. Pretty much just absolutely... It was a complete turnaround from the night before. The game ended 22. I believe that was 12-10. Is that correct?
I believe it was.
Yeah. It wasn't.
I
It
think it was
was
12-9, and then the Braves scored in the bottom, or somebody scored in the 9th inning, but I'm pretty sure it was 12-10.
Okay. All right. Very good. Yeah, odds makers. I don't know. I don't know what you do. Obviously, you can't set it at 19.5. But for that game, you looked pretty damn drunk. So, Scott, it's the game I needed. Let's talk about this one for just a hot minute here. This was one of my premium plays. If you stayed up late, you saw this happen. You may not know him, but you might love him now. Let's find out who it is. It's the gambling hero of the day. We need to get red jackets and little caps for that segment.
Do we need to go full Three Amigos, or how do you want to compromise? Huh. Yeah.
Scott's like, I'm not doing any more fucking costume changes.
Yeah.
The
I got
hats
the
in
hat. That's good enough.
So, Scott, tell us about this Padres game last night.
Well, for the record, the gambling hero would have been Shohei Ohtani, but the Angels lost the game. So we couldn't throw him in there, even though Ohtani had 8 RBIs. But it's going
You know that's the first time that's ever happened against the Royals?
What?
They've never given up 8 RBIs in a game before.
Really? That I didn't know. All I know is
And-
Ohtani was the first Japanese player to have 8 RBIs in an MLB game.
Fun fact, I don't know what the starting date is. I know it's maybe 1960. 4 times has a player got 8 RBIs and their team lost. Last night was the 5th.
Didn't know that. But he would have been the gambling hero, but the Angels in extras, their bullpen was awful. So
I took a live play on that when they were down 2-0, or when they were down 2 runs with 2 guys on base.
That's fair.
I got it plus 130. Got it tied twice. Couldn't get.
Yeah, I mean, you had some shots there, but
closing line value was fantastic.
Yeah, the actual gambling hero though is going to be San Diego Padres catcher Jorge Alfaro. He had a walk-off single in the bottom of the 11th. A very low-scoring game over there. And, they beat the Diamondbacks. Padres were only minus 135 on the money line, which sounds very cheap, which means I'm sure a lot of people bet the Padres, and I'm sure a lot of people won because Alfaro came through in the 11th.
Yep. Love the matchup there. That was one of my premiums, and Padres were behind 2-1 for a lot of that game. Finally got it tied, and then had a couple chances to win it, and were able to walk it off there in the 11th. So congratulations. Very, very good. So, Scott, this is a good time to remind everybody that today we're going to do something I'm not sure we've ever done before. We are going to have a Bet the Farm play that you're going to have about a 20-minute window by the time we're done to bet it. So if you guys usually bail out, listen to the show later, get the Bet the Farm play, you are not going to be able to do that today. So
the game's at 4, so plan accordingly.
Yeah, 4:05. 4:05 is the official game time. So you will have literally about 20 minutes or less to bet that game. So like Scott says, plan accordingly. So got a hockey game tonight, Scott. All of a sudden, everybody thought they knew something after the first couple games. They don't know nothing. Nothing. So what do you got here, my friend?
I had a play today on this game. It was a player prop, though, so we're going to see what happens. But for the matchup, it's really tough to fully handicap without knowing who's going to be in net for Colorado. Now, do I think that Francouz is significantly better than Kempfer? No, but I think he's better. I don't trust Kempfer at all. So if you're going to have him in net, then I am going to lean to Tampa. And I think no matter what, I have to like the over. From what I've seen in the first 3 games, there's no way I'm going to take an under. It's still at 6. And with the amount of power plays that both teams are getting, I'm going to have to lean to the over as my somewhat favorite actual gameplay here. I'm going to lean to Tampa, though. It seems like for whatever reason this year in hockey, home ice has actually mattered a lot. And that's something that usually does not happen. But Tampa's been very good at home. I'm going to ride them. As for my play today, my player prop was mostly just a value play. I have Kucherov over half an assist at minus 114. So a goal doesn't count. I need the assist. But he's minus 250 to record a point. And he has 19 assists and 7 goals in the playoffs. So how is assist minus 114?
Yeah, it seems silly.
So that's why I took it. It was a pure value play for me.
By the way, according to Roto, Kempfer is confirmed for tonight. And
good for me.
I'd heard that as well. So
that means I like Tampa.
Okay. Yep.
I got to assume Kempfer's confidence is at a low because the one shutout he had in the series, he faced 16 shots.
Yep.
So I credit the defense more than him in that one.
Have to. Now, Chris and I talked about this. How much rope do you give him? 2 goals in the first period. Is he done?
I'd say 3 in the first period.
Okay. All right. What just happened? It's 6? 6? Take the over. Yes.
For the record, if Tampa comes back to win this series, you can blame Colorado's coach for using Kempfer in Game 4.
Yep. Absolutely true. Silly question: how to follow an assist in hockey? It's in the box score.
Yeah, it's in the box score. It'll tell you if he has an assist or if you're watching it. Yop Kucherov never shoots the puck on net. Or if he does, you hope somebody deflects it in front of the net. Or somebody saves it. But the idea is Kucherov should have the puck in his possession for a large period of the game just because of the fact that he is the quarterback of the power play. Tampa's had a bunch of power play chances all series long. They finally scored a power play goal to end Game 3. But you're going to give me a very solid setup guy at minus 114 to get an assist against a goalie, confirm Kempfer, who's been a mess so far in this series. I think there's a lot of value on it.
Agree. JC Jones, there was a guy back in the day that sent odds for Vegas books who went by the Hat. Johnny, Jimmy, or Vinny. I've heard of the Hat. You ever heard of the Hat, Scott?
I have not.
I want to say Jimmy, but I could be wrong.
What just happened? It's this. Imagine an assist in basketball, except for hockey, it's easier to get an assist because they give out a maximum of 2 assists. You can get 2 players with an assist on 1 goal.
Right.
So in the NBA, if you're swinging it around the perimeter in like collapse defense, the last 2 passes get an assist.
Okay, very good.
So just keep that in mind.
Kucherov sounds like the Draymond Green of hockey.
Oh no, he's a very solid goal scorer, but based on the odds alone, he's been a very solid facilitator, and I feel like the odds don't reflect that. Because once again, minus 250 for a point, but minus 114 for an assist, and in the playoffs, he has roughly 3 times the amount of assists than he has points. Shouldn't assists be like minus 140, minus 150?
Yeah.
Based on that mathematical breakdown?
Yes. That's I think you're getting a quarter overlay there.
Yeah. So I just went with the value alone and I took it.
Okay. So we're just all about fading Kempfer here, basically.
I kind of have to, right? I mean, from what I've seen in the playoffs, Tampa at home has been virtually unbeatable. And after the Toronto series, they have not lost a home game.
Yeah, the books have thrown up their hands with this game, and they're going, "Yeah, we don't fucking know either," because it's 110 each side. So it's.
I'm gonna have to go with Tampa because at home, they've been really, really good.
I agree, and they still have the better goalie. I still think Colorado probably gets there, even if they lose this game. They've still got the home ice advantage for 2 of the 3 games.
I'm not fully writing off Colorado. They're a very talented team, but if you're going to be throwing in Kempfer and net, I'm going to take the value and take the significantly better goalie. And Supersly does mention that Kucherov's a little bit banged up because he got injured last game. That's fair, but he said he's going to play, and I don't call it the must-win cliche. I don't think they can afford to go down 3-1 to Colorado. Kucherov should still be on the ice a lot. I don't think he's going to have a Braden Point situation where he comes on the ice and then just immediately gets hurt and just doesn't play again. Kucherov should be out there.
So does it give you any pause at all that Kadri's got a strong possibility of being back for this one?
For this game?
Mm-hmm.
No, because I'll enjoy getting more power play opportunities.
Okay.
Like, Kadri's a good player, and it matters for the overall series. He's still a dirty player. And he's not afraid of letting his temper get the best of him on occasion. So if you want to talk about some potential power play chances for Tampa, Kadri might find himself in the box. So
fair.
It might impact the actual game on the side, but it doesn't really impact my Kucherov bet. Unless you think Kadri tries to take his head off.
It's going to be interesting. And I think there's some boiling beef in this series that we may see come to a head here in the next couple of games.
We saw it in Game 3. It seemed like every single whistle being blown, you had a massive brouhaha after it.
Bit of a scrum, a little bit of a Donnybrook.
It's good for me. Give me all the scrums. I'll take potential power plays.
Sure.
It's also why I like the over, by the way, because you might see a lot of 4-on-4, a lot of power plays because both these teams just hate each other.
Bronco says A&M not looking good. Yep, down 4-0 to Oklahoma right now.
Boomer Sooner.
Arkansas and Oklahoma go later. All right. Anything else about the hockey game you want to talk about?
Not really. I was thinking maybe of taking Vasilevsky over in saves, potentially. I know for Game 3, I said I thought Colorado would potentially win, but I said if Tampa was going to win, Vasilevsky would have to be amazing, and he was. So, what do you think? Do you think Colorado just puts the pedal to the metal, or do you think that with Kemper and net, it's just going to be a crazy game where Tampa could control from start to finish?
Yeah, I think if Tampa has solved their little forecheck problem, I think that's going to obviously cut down on the number of goal opportunities for the Avalanche. I know Chris liked this play at the over 32.5. I'm not so sure, buddy. I think we spend a lot of time in the Colorado zone tonight.
I think I'll have to lean to the over just because of how many shots Colorado usually gets on net. So I'd still lean over.
Right.
I don't think it's a foregone conclusion.
Yep, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Surprising the College World Series. Texas gone. Stanford's gone.
Nothing surprises me in college baseball, but Arkansas losing by about 8 runs to Ole Miss did surprise me, and they have a rematch tonight.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. You and I will be watching that one with great interest.
No.
Bronco wants to know if I'm feeling. Yeah, dude, I'm fine. Why? Do I seem low energy today for some reason? I don't know, Scott. Do I seem low energy?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But to answer your question, am I going to be watching this game? No, I got an NBA podcast I'm doing like during the start of the Arkansas game, so I'm probably going to go straight from the podcast right to Stanley Cup hockey, and I'm probably not going to be in the middle. Maybe, intermissions, I might swing by the Arkansas game, but I'd say nothing serious.
Fair enough. Andrew Kalaji, NBA draft tomorrow night. Do you get excited for the NBA draft like you get excited for the NFL draft?
I get excited to some degree because I usually have a couple of bets in place for the draft, and as a Nets fan, I'm usually looking to see if they make any moves. The Nets had a first-round pick until last week when they deferred it and they gave it back to Philly. So the Nets have no first-round picks. So I'm not as interested as I probably am in most years.
So how does that work? So they get it next year then?
Yeah, they get it next year.
Okay.
They thought it over and said, you know what, you can have it. So
the Nets don't need Holmgren? They don't need Chet Holmgren?
Unfortunately, I don't think Holmgren would have fallen to about the 19 spot or so.
Is that where the spot was?
It was somewhere in the high teens, low 20s, because they still lost in the first round. So they were going to have a non-lottery high teens pick.
All right. Very good. What just happened wants to know if we have met in person. We have not met in person.
We've not. Never have.
No, not yet. Not yet. Rocco says we pay for high energy. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, I'll amp it up. It's a little overcast here. It's probably a little low energy. I've got my little through Venus flytrapping. Right, here's the quiet storm here in the afternoon. All right, so.
By the way, I had a question that I wanted to ask. Just a brief.
What do you got?
Here.
What do you got?
Not betting related.
Okay.
So I tried to customize a T-shirt for myself on this random site.
Okay.
And it was going to be an NBA picture involving like Steph Curry and whatever.
Okay.
I won $5,000 in the Warriors. Okay. I was going to get a photo of like the Steph Curry staring at like with the smile on the bench when they were losing in Game 4.
Right.
I was going to get that on a shirt, and they took my order, said, great. I got an email like 3 days later saying, we don't have permission to upload photos of the NBA.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to cancel your order. Do they think I'm going to rat on them and say that they got a photo from the NBA? I sent them the photo.
Right.
So why'd they cancel it? Am I going to rat them out? Do they have to tell the NBA that they're printing a photo? I don't get it.
They don't pay to use it. They don't pay for the use of it.
I understand they don't pay for the use of it, but I'm saying, how would anybody find out that they made a shirt when I sent them?
Well, number one, they don't know who you are. They don't know who the hell you are.
Okay, so they're afraid that I'm a narc.
Right. So
okay,
maybe somebody from the FBI fraud division's walking around Brooklyn sometime.
I'm aware that it was anti-copyright. I was just curious what the logic was. I figured we had like an unspoken agreement. Like I paid you via Venmo. Like I figured you would, take care of what needed to be taken care of,
No.
But apparently that's not the case. So I have to find another way to get the shirt.
That is such a millennial question. Why is this wrong?
Well, I'm aware that, they don't have permission. I just wasn't sure why they immediately thought that somebody was going to rat them out for it. But
well,
whatever.
Scott, the problem is you didn't use a sketchy enough site.
That's fair.
Your site was apparently
That's the problem.
too legit.
They were too clean. I gotta dig deeper.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. You got to find your buddy down the way with a press. The
It would have been a hell of a shirt though.
the silk
So
screen thing.
yeah, I'll have
What
to
was it
figure
going to
it out.
say? What I'll be the judge.
I wasn't going to say anything. It was just going to be the picture of Curry sitting on the bench with like that grin on his face when they were down like 12 in game 4 or game 3, I should say.
Why can't I use any picture I want? It's the same reason. Yeah,
I just wanted it, you know. I'm
I'm
just a person with needs, man.
I'm 25. I thought I should.
Of course, I only got the shirt, or I would have gotten the shirt because I made like $5,000 on Golden State to win the title, so I kind of just wanted it.
I think you mentioned that.
Yeah, but oh well, wasn't meant to be.
How much was that? How you get that? Bring it in under 50? How much was it?
$20.
$20?
Like 20 or $25. It was a hell of a deal. Apparently, I had to grease them $50 to bypass some of the permission slips, but oh well.
Maybe you needed to take a look again at the copyright laws there.
Yeah.
We'll see what Mr. Franklin has to say about that.
Pretty much, yeah.
By the way, Scott, my wife will be here joining us a week from, or no, not even a week from, on Tuesday.
Tour de France.
We're going to talk Tour de France. You will be stunned how much she knows. She is a Tour de France savant.
She's going to know more than I know.
Dude, she's going to know more than you and I put together.
She better.
That's right. We're not bringing on an expert for the cheese, man. So yeah, she'll be here about 3:20 or so. So it'll be fun. Tour de France, a lot of good betting opportunities, guys. It's a great event. Scott, is that an incredible thing to do? Like I think they ride 23 days, average about 100 miles a day.
Every now and then, you're going to end up seeing somebody that gets trampled on the side because the fans get too close. But
that's fucking insane.
Happens every year.
We'll talk about that with her, but especially when they go up into the mountains and the people are like they barely give them a path to get up there. So
Magellan, I'm going to ask you though, since I appreciate the offer, are you a cop? Are you a cop?
He has a printing business. There you go.
Likely story. Are you a cop?
Print. What do you print? Hundreds. Okay. Well, there
Hundreds.
You go.
All right. Works for me.
Brock Odell's. I'm going to get a shirt made with a picture of Richel's booking picture.
I thought about getting a poster. What's the lowest payout for a betting ticket that you need to consider hanging it up on your wall?
The lowest payout?
Yeah. Would you ever hang up a winning bet slip on your wall?
I would not. No.
Not even like a poster of it?
No. So your question went from, would you hang up a betting ticket? I would not.
Well, what about a giant?
I'm just saying
you cashed it out. You already got paid for it.
I understand. No, dude, that's my job. My job is to cash tickets.
Yeah, but it's a sign of a job well done. Might encourage you during the bad times. I once won this.
You know what? The fact that I ain't fucking digging ditches right now, that's a sign of a job well
done.
Fair enough. I'm fine with that.
It might improve, mental morale.
I can be more high energy.
More high energy, exactly, yeah.
No, and I don't know. What about you? I mean, I'm assuming if I was going to do
I wouldn't actually get by and make a poster of the ticket. I think if it was anywhere over $15K,
okay,
I'd consider actually getting a poster of it.
Well, see, the thing is, I would be more apt to put it up there if it was incredible odds.
Yeah.
Even if I took a dollar swing on a parlay on a 12-teamer or some shit and it hit and I made, $1,200 on a dollar, I'd put that up. I'd put something like that up. I don't give a fuck what the amount is. You and I both make big bets. We make small bets. Cashing a 5-figure ticket is not, obviously.
Once again, it's also not that often that either of us hits a full $15K bet because we don't exactly parlay that often.
That's right.
So we limit the number of chances we actually have to hit those big payouts because most of our stuff is straight bets.
Yeah, absolutely true. So
once again, I only did the parlay because it was a free bet, and I'm like, all right, I have to do something with it.
JC said he would frame a $5 bill or a $5,000 bill. Yeah. Okay, very good. I think a ball player did that with his first paycheck, framed it and never cashed it. Nice. Bronco Devil, apropos of nothing, just says, doesn't Klay Thompson's face look like a Roman statue?
I've heard that. I've heard it looks like Squidward's house from SpongeBob, which I think is a great call.
Squidward's house?
Yeah, just the house.
Is that the pineapple?
No, that's the one next to it. It's like that blue thing with like the long nose.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
So people have made the joke that Klay Thompson's face looks like Squidward's house.
Wow, that's fucking shots fired right there.
It's so funny though. It's so funny.
So what's your minimum to put it on the wall? Are you thinking about putting your $5,000 ticket up?
No, I was just asking for the sake of, because I know some people like to have souvenirs or some stuff just to. I would say probably 15K. Because if it was 15K, I'm probably putting in at least like a 5 pick, or there's at least a 30-1 shot in there.
Okay.
So I'd probably frame that, but I don't know.
Yeah, Bronco agrees with me. He says I would put a like a low one if you bet $2 and you hit a huge parlay. Yeah, I totally agree. For me, it's not about the amount; it's about the odds.
Or even if you don't want to frame it, like as memorabilia said, just keep a photo of it on your phone. You can just look through it every now and then. I have that, so I'll look past it every now and then.
That's solid. You remind yourself when your things are going badly.
Yeah, anytime the NBA is kicking my ass, like I had Golden State last year. It'll make me feel better, you know?
Magellan says he won 107K last week in a parlay. Is it on
your
wall?
Magellan, you sent me the screenshots. I believe you.
If it's not on your wall, it fucking didn't happen.
Yeah, you need to actually print it out in order for it to actually count, right?
If you didn't print it out and put it on Twitter.
Magellan, you also make a lot of big payout parlays and you win a lot of them. So it might be second nature to you to hit a lot of 5-6 digit payouts at this point.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, that's a good point.
Of course it's a good thing. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying.
But it's a bad thing. Think about those poor sports books, Scott.
I'm just saying, if you're asking most people if they would have won a parlay for like $100,000, and I don't mean like everyday big whale bettors. I mean the casual bettor. I'm assuming most of them would try to at least consider having it framed on their wall. Yeah. $100K? You don't think they would try to frame that or something?
See, the other problem is you put up $100K on your wall, then every mook that comes over to your house, like, hey man, you got like
that's fair.
Like $100 I can borrow. No man, you got any more of them hundreds? Hey, you and I were talking about doing a segment with speaking of the whale, and it's hung up because I can't find a great whale noise, but making letting everybody know that like the teams that are hot or the teams you should bet all your money on. And so there could be a new segment coming, guys, if I can find a good whale noise. Bronco says I won 3 Super Bowl bets in one. Where'd it go? In one play. Wish I kept the slip. Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out how you even pulled that off. 3 Super Bowl bets. I mean, that could be a total mixed with the touchdown prop.
Could be first half. Could be totals. Could be
anything, to be honest.
Could be the national fucking anthem.
JR saying if he wins 100K on a ticket, he's making a movie. I respect that.
Nice. What just happened says, don't worry about counting. Magellan says, I lose enough to at least cover the electric bill at the books. So,
okay.
Thank God the books are going to be around.
It's a lucky electrician.
James says, don't hang with mooks. Don't have fucking mooks over to your house.
That's also a good test because you never know what type of people you hang out with until suddenly they start asking you for money all the time.
Yeah.
So you can find out a lot about your friends or people you think that are friends once they think they could potentially take advantage of your pockets.
That's why I'd like to hang out with people that have more money than I do.
That's why we never met in person. You're afraid I'm going to ask you for a loan.
Yeah, I don't need to be fucking hit up. I got enough 25-year-olds in my life that need money. No, yeah. Actually, that's not. They're all fucking self-sustaining. They're fine. So.
They have Oscar parties. Damn it, they're independent.
That's right. Had an Oscar party. All right, so
we're gonna have to wrap this up, right? Because the farm plays in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Hines Ward, anytime TD. Hines Ward receiving yards and over 2.5 passers in the game.
Oh, that was the Randall L reverse pass against Seattle. Okay.
Yep, that's exactly when it was. So. Hey man, you think I can borrow $500 to fix my car? I believe that one's for Magellan.
I actually the Randall L pass. I actually just thought of a trivia question from that Super Bowl. Do you know who has the longest touchdown run in Super Bowl history?
The longest touchdown run in Super Bowl history?
Yeah.
Longest run from scrimmage, I assume? You mean?
Yeah, longest run from scrimmage. I'm not including like a Devin Hester kickoff return.
Timmy Smith.
No, Willie Parker.
Willie Parker.
From that Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. Yep. Very good.
Really random fact, but he
That
just
is
has
random.
the longest run from scrimmage.
JR Black wants to know if we did our first week NFL preview. We did not. We did not. Joe Kryptonite said Suggs. Marcus Allen. Oh. Yeah, see, that's a lot of good guesses. A lot of good guesses.
Riggins was the fourth down run. The Marcus Allen, he ran about 500 yards, but half of them were backwards.
It was probably still 65, 70?
Yeah, give or take. I'm pretty sure Parker's was around like 72 or something, but
Yeah.
I know Parker did have the record.
All right. Hey, you mentioned it. Let's get to it. Let's wrap it up here. We got to give everybody a chance to get their bets down if they like this play. We'll see. We've been running pretty good. We're not here to just blast our own horn, but we'll toot it just a little bit. We've been running pretty well here, so we'll see if we can keep it going.
Parker's was 75 yards, by the way.
Oh, there you go. It's the magic Google box. God bless you, Google. So, Scott, it is time. Once again, it's Wednesday. It's time to put on your good hump day overalls. Grab your straw hat, throw it on your noggin, climb aboard your John Deere, get your keys out, and fire that bad boy up. Because, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is that time of the show. You know it, you love it. Let's get ready to bet the farm. All right, Scott.
Ma'am.
I know we had a farm play yesterday. Where am I at here? I don't know why I got to make sure I get the logo in front. Nobody's ever going to see your logo. So you look like you ought to be keeping the crows away from the corn, my friend. That's all I'm saying.
It's the look I'm going for.
All right. So we did have a farm play yesterday. Scott played another Nerfy. How'd that work out?
Well, the game had about 17 runs in it, but none of it was in the first inning, so we won.
And that's all that counts, my friends. Cue the banjos!
Yeehaw.
This is the weekend 4 men from Atlanta decided not to go camping. You probably don't remember that tagline from Deliverance. So, all right, my friend, we have another one cooked up for today. As we mentioned, this game is starting really, really soon. It is a 4:05 start time, and it is going to be between the Phillies and the Rangers. So don't worry. It's another Nerfy, kids. Play Phillies, Rangers, no run in the first inning, -118. So you should be done with that bet. Starts 4:05. You should be counting your money by 4:15. It's a beautiful thing. Phillies averaging just 0.3 runs per game in the first inning on the road. That is 25th in the big leagues. Meanwhile, the Rangers, they do a little bit better, 0.53 runs per first inning at home, but that's still 20th in the bottom third of the league. Zach Wheeler, the fourth favorite for the Cy Young right now in the National League. He's going for Philly. Last 5 starts, he has been outstanding. 31 2/3, 1.71 ERA has Zach Wheeler thrown. And John Gray going for the Texas Rangers. He has been he's been decent this season, Scott. His last 3 starts, 18 innings pitched, 3.00 ERA. We think pitchers will rule the day in this one, and we think it's going to start in the very first inning. Give us that Nerfy. Phillies, Rangers, no run first inning, -118, and that's going to do it for the farm. Scott, thoughts?
I feel like most people are afraid of Gray, but based on recent form, he has been a lot better following a shaky start to the season.
Mm-hmm.
So based on the current form and the fact that Wheeler's been amazing for the last month and change, we think it should end up being a higher number, probably closer to 135.
There you go. That's going to do it for the farm. That's going to do it for the show for this Wednesday. We appreciate you guys stopping by. As always, appreciate all the fun comments, all the great opinions. That's what I love about our crowd, Scott. No matter what the subject is, we've always got people weighing in with opinions. It's a beautiful thing. You guys, love you. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, Scott and I do this every single day, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, Monday through Friday, as we do our very best to help you in that journey to head back to the window. You guys take care. We'll see you tomorrow.